Yeah.
Well, I'm standing here with Diane Cantor, and she's from Florida and moved out here to Salt Pond, Long Island in a development called Line Bay. It's got a beautiful view of the harbor, and it's kind of a hillside area. And we're just wanting to talk to her and get an idea of your experience buying here on Long Island and building, and just your overall view of what you'd tell a friend. So if you could just kind of tell us, you had bought through Charles Beatty with Bahamas Best Real Estate, and could you just describe your experience of buying through him and why you chose Long Island, Bahamas?
Yes, it was quite the experience meeting Charles Beatty. Actually contacted him via the internet and told him that we were very interested in coming to Long Island in the Bahamas. And so we set an appointment up and we came to the island, and my husband said to me, "I'm not buying any property in Long Island." And I said, "Well, that's okay. We can just meet him anyway and have a nice time and a vacation." So we came, and at that point, the road out here to the right of me was just done. Nothing was on the hill. And so we're standing out on the road, and Charlie, he's a very personable person, a person that you immediately like. You cannot help it, including his wife, Joyce. And so we stood on the hill here on the roadside, and my husband's standing there, and he goes, "I'll buy it." And I said, "What? You're going to buy it?" We told me we weren't buying. Well, the next thing we know, Charlie had us in his whaler, took us around to show us the beauties of the waters here in the harbor. We went to Chez Pierre. We had wonderful pizza. I mean, he's the kind of person, he and his wife, that are just warm-hearted and kind. And yes, they wanted to make the sale, but they also became very good friends of ours. So very positive experience with Charlie and Joyce. I highly recommend them.
Well, that's wonderful, and you've built a beautiful house here. Can you describe a little bit of your experience, like what it took to build a house here, how you got the materials here, and your experience because you built with a local contractor? A little on that, please.
Yes. We had built a home in Florida, and I have to say it was not a very pleasant experience, so we weren't really sure what we were going to be against. We had a builder, his name is Damien Trico, who was recommended by another local person on the island, and we just immediately liked him as a person, and brought him the plans. Mr. Turnquist approved the plans, and we started building. The building experience was an adventure, to say the least, but a positive adventure. It took about 18 months, which really isn't bad. Everything was brought in on a boat by the states, which we picked out on the states. And John and I took several trips to the island to see how the building was going, and we just had a very positive experience. And this home turned out better than we anticipated. It was, without a doubt, better than we anticipated. We have everything we need here. I mean, we have all the amenities that we have at home in Florida, so we're not lacking anything.
Yeah, you got internet, cable TV, or satellite TV.
Satellite, yep. We have Sirius radio, so I can listen to my music, and he has Bose system set up in the house so we can blast the roof off because there's nobody here to bother us. And that's another thing that we like so much about Line Bay, the privacy and the serenity and just the beauty of coming out here and sitting on the patio, or even sitting on the west side of the house, which we're just looking at the woods if the wind is a little bit cooler because the ocean is right behind us.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, you can hear the birds and the trees,
Yes.
and you got a beautiful view. You can have a boat moored right down there in the harbor off your beach. You have your own beach at the end of the street, and a lot of nice amenities.
We have a mooring out there which we use, and which is really nice for us, and we use the beach a lot. Family has been here, my grandchildren, and we find which is all part of our ownership here on Line Bay, a 3-acre beach which Charlie has done a monumental job on really creating a beautiful spot. It's a very safe environment, especially for young children, because there's no currents. The water levels are, ranging from high to low depending on the tide. So it's really a perfect place for family or grandchildren. It's a perfect place. We love it here.
And the whole island, for that matter, is a lot of people are worried about crime or, not being safe for young people or to just come and travel or living. I mean, the whole island, wouldn't you say, kind of has a very nice, kind vibe to it, and is very safe.
one of the things that I had read about on Long Island, and I did study it for about 6 months on the internet, really researching about what it was all about, how it became this, and it wasn't even called Long Island. It was called, I'm trying to think now, what was it? It wasn't called Long Island to begin with. I can't remember the name. But in any event, when we brought here, we were very comfortable, and one of the things that were noted in the internet, they said virtually no crime. And the people here are Christian-based people. They're very kind. They're very warm. I honestly can say I have not met one not nice Bahamian on the island. They're very helpful. They're very outgoing in their own way, you know. So it's all in all, it's been a very positive experience for us. And we plan to spend a lot more time here.
Well, that's great.
That is our goal.
Good. Well, thank you so much for your time and speaking with me today.
You're welcome.
And I hope that helps everybody get an idea of what it's like to live here in Salt Pond, Long Island, Bahamas, especially here in Line Bay where Diane and John have chosen to build their house. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
So what do you think?
Yeah, that's great.